Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games, and today we're going to look at Captain Sonar, Synchronize, Organize, Navigate, Attack, Repair. This is a game by Matago Games for ages 14 plus and for 2 to 8 players, and it lasts roughly 45 minutes. Now this is a game I desperately wanted to get for the club because it hosts a maximum of 8 players. And what's interesting is basically Captain Sonar, there are 2 captains in the game, one in each team, and they're the captain of a submarine. Part of their team is a first officer. Also, there is an intelligence officer and a navigator. So basically, the captain is issuing the orders, the first officer gets the orders done, the navigator guides the submarine, and the intelligence officer listens to the conversation of the other team, trying to locate where they are and how to sink them. So it sounds like a game that is great fun and of absolute chaos. So what we'll do is we'll open it, we'll have a look at all the goodies that are inside. Now, fortunately at my club we do have an abundance of people sometimes, so having a nice big 8-player game that is a bit substantive is a bit of a godsend for us. So opening it up for the very first time, if I can open it. Oop. No. So, under the sea, no one can open the box. Here we go. Opening it for the first time, we have here a Matago, basically a little pamphlet of all their current games. So you got lovely ones like Innis and Kemet and Scythe and Cyclades and Taekendo. We have other ones like Dice Town, Orleans, 13 Jours, Millions of Dollars. So looks like they've a lovely little selection of games there if you ever want to check it out. We have here what looks to be the instruction book. Nice and big and clear. It's not just a wall of text, there's some actual color and basically breakup of the text. So if you need to find out a certain thing like launching a torpedo, such as activating silence, launching a drone, dropping a mine, you can go straight to it. So that looks fairly interesting. So, oh, by the way, I was wrong in what I listed. It's an engineer, a first mate, a captain, and a radio operator. So not an intelligence officer. We have here a plastic sheet, which is what I presume you draw upon to go over the maps. We have another plastic sheet here, and it says, warning, please remove and discard plastic film before use. So I presume those are the plastic sheets. This is the dividing board, so this would go between the 2 players. Now, as you can see, it's quite nice. There's an interesting little display here. It's a small thing to have a very nice looking board, but it's an important thing because, you know, the first impression to a game is always an important one to get people to play it, and if the game looks interesting, as this board does make it look interesting, the better. Now we have here a second player board with more graphics on it. So, in fairness, that's actually a nice little touch. I didn't expect to have a choice of actual player boards. So, that's very interesting. I suppose if you can depend on table length and whatnot. And here we have the maps. Now it all comes in one big plastic sheet, so I'll open this. And of course you have different terrain, so this is alpha map. So of course you see here you have the different islands. So if the radio operator is listening to the other team and they make a sudden, say, a sharp turn and then another sharp turn, you could assume that they've gone around an island. Or even if they're going here and they can't go left or go right, you can possibly assume that they've gone through this island here. So the different maps come on either side. So you have an alpha map here. So we have, of course, a 4-quadrant map here and a 9-quadrant map here. So one of the navigators, they'll have that transparent sheet, and so what they'll do is they'll hear the player go north, north, west, north, east, north, and they'll draw on it, and they'll constantly move the map over this grid to see if they can locate where the other submarine is. So you have plenty of maps. Of course, 2 of the same, one for either team. So you have an alpha map. So we have at least 2 maps. We have 3 maps. And this is Bravo map, Charlie map, Charlie map, and of course there's the 1 to 4 grid and the 1 to 9 grid on either side, so you have a delta map. In fairness, there seems to be great value in this game in terms of the amount of maps you get. Another delta map, echo map, and I would presume here, after the final echo map, we have the player boards. So this is, I would imagine, the engineer function station. So I know that certain conditions have to be done in order to power up certain systems to make them ready. You have 2 engineer functions maps. You have a first mate function, which of course the first mate will let the captain know if things are ready to go. So you need to do 3 certain things to get the torpedo going, 2 certain things to get the sonar going, certain aspects for the scenario, silence, drone, mine. So 2 sides of that, and we have another first mate's function here and another engineer function here. Okay, and finally we have little pens that you write on, and the box itself, and nothing else under the box. So this was Sean from The Lucky Roll. If you enjoyed this little unboxing, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and until next time, good luck, God bless, and keep listening for those subs.